So I just got done with my walk and talk with God, and I wanted to come on here and give y'all what I just gave the podcast. We were discussing, and I say we as in me and God, what are you doing while you wait, right? What kind of work are you putting in? Like, are you putting in the necessary work? Are you taking the necessary steps to get to where you want to be able to steward that thing well that you've been asking God for? That thing that you want to come into fruition in your life, are you taking the necessary steps to get there? So we have to not so much focus on the result or the outcome. Yes, set the intention and give it to God, but we can't focus on that because we will get discouraged trying to put in the work to get there. So set that intention, give it to God. Set that goal, give it to God. Make the plan, give it to God. But what are the actionable steps that you're going to take to become the person that can steward it well? What are you going to get rid of? What are you going to start doing? This is the things that we have to ask ourselves, and the work that we have to actually put in to get to that point that we want to get to, right? We literally have to meet God halfway. God is putting in work and you have to put in the work as well. You can't just say, oh, I'm trusting God for this thing, and you sitting down doing nothing. Crickets. Because you got to take the necessary steps. I like to make I like to use my walk as the analogy. I have a 2-mile goal. Every day I do a 2-mile walk and talk with God. Sometimes I do more. Sometimes I might just do 2. But the goal is 2, okay? If I don't get my butt out here at 7 o'clock every morning and take those steps to reach that 2-mile goal, I'll never reach the goal, right? Okay, cool. I set that intention. I want to reach 2 miles every single day. I'm not focused on the results. Okay, I'm not focused on the results. But the only thing that I want, that I actually expected from my 2-mile walk, is to get that energy boost and to be able to just spend alone, quiet time out in nature, walking and talking with God, because that's when He gives me downloads. That's when He gives me ideas for my business and everything. And He does it throughout the day, but this is the best time because my mind is fresh. I'm just waking up. I'm just starting my day, and I'm setting God before me throughout the day. It's pretty much like my morning coffee. But we don't understand that the goal is not going to reach itself. Like, when you set a goal, you got to take steps to get there. A lot of people just sit around and be like, oh, I want to do this, I want to do that, I want to get here, or I want to, do this one day, I want to do that. No, you can do it today. You can actually start taking steps to do that thing. But you sit back and you say, well, I'm just trusting God, and you ain't putting in the work. How you think it's going to happen? It ain't going to just fall out of the sky and just drop in your lap and say, boop, here you go. Boop, here go $10,000 for the month. Boop, here go that house you want. Boop, here go that car you want. No, you got to become. You got to become the person that can steward that thing well. You got to become the person that can handle that type of lifestyle, handle that type of thing in your life. So if you want to lose 50 pounds, let's say you want to lose weight. What are you doing to lose weight? And you don't even have to start by going to do no strenuous exercises. No, you can literally start by lightening your diet or taking a simple brisk walk every single morning. That's how you can start. You have to start somewhere. You have to start from ground zero. That's another thing with digital marketing. That's all you hear is, people are scared to get into digital marketing because, oh, well, you got the followers for that. And baby, I built a whole brand new page only for digital marketing and selling digital products and teaching people how to do it. That's not my main thing on here. This is a faith-based audience. I had to start from zero and build. So that's what I'm doing. If you want results, if you want to reach a goal, set that intention. Okay, I want to get to 500 followers by the end of this month. Okay, that's my intention. How am I going to do that? How am I going to get there? What am I going to do? I'm going to put in the work. What kind of work are you going to put in? I'm going to post valuable content every single day. I'm going to show personality. I'm going to just be my authentic self. And I'm going to do this 3 times a day until I reach my goal. When I reach that goal, I'm setting another goal. I'm upping that goal, right? Let's say I'm getting the results from my 2-mile walk and I have a little bit more time where I can up it to like 3-4 miles or 5 miles. Okay, I'm going to do that. That's what I'm going to do. But you got to first start. You literally have to take the first step to start. You're going to be sitting down for the rest of your life talking about, I'm just trusting God, not understanding that faith without works is dead. Baby, you got to put in the work. You got to put in the work. You got to discipline yourself. You got to execute on those actionable steps. And you got to be obedient. You're not going to get anywhere in this world. You're not going to accomplish anything. You're never going to be successful if you don't take the steps. You have to take steps to do something, to become something better than who you were yesterday. You got to sit back and really analyze yourself, do a life audit and say, okay, what can I do this month that I didn't do last month? What can I eliminate that I did last month that didn't work for me? What can I do better tomorrow? How can I better manage my time? How can I better discipline myself? Like, okay, waking up and picking up my phone in the morning, that's not okay. Let me wake up and go on a walk and talk with God. Let me give God my first fruits, right? Let me give God my at least 30 minutes of my time in the morning before I go to work. Because not spending time with God just because you got to go to work, that don't even make no sense. That's the lamest excuse I've ever heard. Because when I was working that job, baby, God was, I was having complete conversations with God every single morning. I get in the shower, take me a shower, put on my clothes, I'm talking to God, I'm worshiping God. Soon as before my feet even hit the floor, Lord, I give you this day. Use me however you will. Help me to see myself. Help me to get rid of the things that I don't need, that don't need to be attached to me. I'm giving God my first fruits. So that ain't no excuse. You could do that any time of the day. When you driving down the road, on the way to work, when you at work, you don't got no excuse to not spend time with God. Stop making that lame excuse. You got time of the day because you don't work 24 hours. You got time in the day to take a walk, at least 1 mile. You got that time. You got time in the day to read a book rather than scrolling on social media. You have the time. You're just not being intentional with your time. You're giving your time to things that are not beneficial to you. And so as you wait for that thing to come into fruition in your life, start taking the steps towards it. Because if you don't, it ain't just fall in your lap. It'll never happen for you. So what is the work that you're doing? What are you doing while you wait? Are you working while you wait? Or are you just sitting there waiting for something to fall in your lap? That's between you and God. You ain't got to tell me. That's between you and God. You praying and asking God for something, but another thing, you praying and asking God for a husband, a godly man. God ain't finna give you one of his sons and you still over there in the streets, for the streets. You ain't becoming that Proverbs 31 woman that can handle that man. Oh, all right. So you need to be putting in the work. You got to put in the work to become first before you can have that thing, before you can steward it well. Have the vision, write the vision, make it plain. Habakkuk 2:2 and 3, and run with it. That means set the goal, make it plain, set that intention, give it to God, and start taking actionable steps to become the person that can steward it well. Because in due season, it's going to happen. So really think about that. Sit with that, y'all. What are you doing while you wait? All right? I love you.